How to use the Chrome browser, Part 2. Part 2 shows how to set startup and home pages and to save bookmarks. Google Chrome is a little different from other browsers. There are two things you can set to save pages you want to open. One thing you can set is which page Google Chrome will open when you open the browser. Show you how to do that. We're going to set the page that will always appear when you open the Chrome browser. First of all, let's say we want it to be CNN. We'll open that page. Click the settings symbol and the word settings. On startup, open a specific page or set of pages, set pages. This is the address that we're there. We're going to use current page at startup. So click that. But then click OK to save the change. Now this page does not have a OK button or a close button, so we'll just close the window and reopen it. Reopen the browser. Now it opens CNN. It will always open CNN to the CNN page as long as I don't change that setting we just went through. And let's go through real quickly what we just did. We opened the page we wanted to use at startup when we start the browser. We click this, we click settings, we click open a specific page or set of pages, set pages, and say use current pages. Click that, then click OK. When you close and reopen the browser, it'll open there. Now, other browsers, that's the only setting you have, but on the Chrome browser, there's also a way to set what the home page button opens. See, the homepage button I did not change. If I click it, it opens to my home page, not the one I told it to open on startup. Again, whenever you're browsing and you click the home button, it goes to whatever page you've told it to go to for the home button. If you close and reopen the browser, it will open the page you've told it to always start with. So there's two settings. Now I'll show you how to set the home button to point to somewhere else. So let's go back. Save the address of my New York Times page. Save the address of the page you were going to set the home button to. Press Ctrl+C to copy it once you've clicked it to highlight it. Now go in and click your settings as usual. Now, the home button, show home button, and it opens this file, but I'm going to change the one the home button opens, but I'm going to type that new address in here. Get rid of this. Type the address that you just copied to the clipboard by pressing Ctrl+V. Now, click OK, and we'll close this tab. Now we're on page, at the moment we're on the New York Times page. Okay, now we're on CNN, but we've assigned New York Times to the home button. Let's check that. It switched to the New York Times. Remember, Chrome has two different settings. Other browsers only have one home page, and when you reset the home page, it'll start with that page, and it'll go to that page when you press the home button. On Chrome, those are two different pages. You set the page Chrome goes to when you press the home button, and you set the page Chrome opens with when you open the browser. It's different from all other browsers. Okay, what I did is I paused and I reset both the home button to my home page and the web page to open at startup to my home page. I'm so used to doing it that way. Chrome's the only browser I know where those are two different things, the home page button and the page to open at startup. I recommend you use those as the same and always set them both to wherever you want to be your home page. Here's how to save the address of a website on the Bookmarks bar so you can return to it easier later. For the demo, I'll save a shortcut to one of the pages on the CNN website. I can't save the home page bookmark on the Bookmarks bar because it's already there. It turns out if I try to save it, even if I rename it, it will just rename the existing bookmark. If I try to save it without renaming it, nothing will happen. But what I'll do is I'll save a bookmark to one of the pages in the CNN website. So I'll just click one of the links on the page, on the CNN page, and I'll save a bookmark to that page. To do that, all you do is you click this star symbol at the top. It lets you rename it now, and I will just call it CNN Chuck. Now I do want to save it on the bookmarks bar. You do have an option to save it in any of the folders for the favorites you have, or with the other favorites that aren't in folders. But I'm going to save it on the bookmarks bar. When I click done, it will save it. Now it saves it on the right end of the favorites bar. So what I'll do is I'll click here to show what overflowed the end there. Notice CNN Chuck is the last entry on the favorites toolbar. I can move it earlier on the toolbar by just clicking it and dragging it. Now it's here. So I just left clicked it and I drag it to wherever I want. You can rearrange these guys by just left clicking and dragging. Now I don't really want another bookmark to CNN here, so you right click and select delete. To rename a bookmark, first open the page the bookmark points to, then right click the bookmark and select edit. Change the name of the bookmark. Let's change CNN to CNN1, and then press enter. I'll change it back. Again, the page is open. Right click the bookmark that opened the page, select edit, make any changes you want to the bookmark, and then press enter. All current browsers have a feature called tab, or tabbing. You can open several websites as tabs and then switch back and forth between them quickly. You can only view one tab at a time. So if I want to open another tab in Chrome, I click this symbol right here to the right of the tab name. This is the tab line. This is the address line. The tab line, click this empty symbol here. Now open a new website. Let's do it from the favorites bar, New York Times. Now I have two tabs open, New York Times, CNN International, and the one that's being shown is New York Times. I can switch back and forth between tabs quickly by clicking the names in the tab line. If you want to get rid of a tab that you put up there, just click the X box. Other Chrome features are available by clicking the options symbol here and then using the drop-down menu. So let's go back to the home page. Let's click the symbol. Now from this window you can do a new tab, which we just showed you how to do with this symbol. The next command is the new window command. Click the symbol, click new window. Now open another website. Let's open New York Times as the second window. I have my home page open in the first window, and I now open New York Times in the separate window. Notice what we have when we click on the title bar and move it. We have two separate windows open. You can move those around. You can resize each one separately. You can scroll them separately. You can even use this feature to open two web pages in the same website in two different windows. It's a very good way to compare two web pages. Unlike the tab feature where you can only look at one at a time, the new window feature will let you view all open windows at the same time on your screen. To close any of the windows that you've opened, they're all independent. I could close the first one, I could close the last one. Click the X box to close it. That's how the new window feature works. That's the end of this part of the series. Thanks for watching.